This is how the world I knew ended.
By three they come. By three thy way opens.
And a new one began. It started with Lilith and Inarius, the creators of Sanctuary. They each had their own twisted plans for humanity. Lilith most of all.
Salvation lies not in the light, but in you.
Our only hope was a wanderer who'd been fed the demon's blood. This bond with Lilith was the key to unraveling her plans. Others joined the cause. Loras was one of them. So was my old friend Donan, and Neyrelle. I wish things had turned out differently for her. We learned that Lilith wanted more than to empower humanity.
This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future.
She aimed to devour her father, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred. He was being reborn in hell.
He's still weak, vulnerable. I must strike before he can resist.
If Lilith succeeded, we'd all be damned. We had no choice but to follow her into hell. The angel Inarius and his Cathedral of Light were on the demon's trail too. An army of sheep led by a mad lion. The fool saw it as his destiny to kill Lilith.
The heavens do not speak to you anymore.
Through it all, there was another force tugging on the threads of fate. Mephisto himself. He had sent a herald to help the Wanderer hunt Lilith. Not for our benefit, but to save his own hide. Perhaps he was expecting us to join him.
Your lives and those of all humanity depend on what you do next. Choose wisely.
Neyrelle imprisoned Mephisto instead. Doing so also robbed Lilith of the power she so craved. I can't say what went through the demon's mind. Anger, yes, but was there more? Regret? Sadness? With her last breath, she warned us of a dire future.
Without me, you would have no victory.
Neyrelle went off to extinguish Mephisto for good. Her heart was in the right place, but it was a terrible burden to bear alone. Lilith had been cast down, but our battle with hell had just begun.
Cheers, Mini Demis, Mini Sukudo, Martin Solan, Akra, cheers, Mini Demis, Mini.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Akra, cheers, Mini Demis, Mini Demis,
Neyrelle?
Sukudo, Martin.
Oh, you're not well. Please,
Akra.
please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me!
Neyrelle! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No! Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Let go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
They burned him! He offered himself up and those damn knights burned him!
Leave her be. She suffered enough already. I will tell you what you wish to know. It started last night, with the tolling of the bells.
Behold, the Reverend Mother Prova and the Burn Knight Yurivar, sole survivors of the battle at Hell's Gate.
Today we gather to witness the dawn of a new age. One made possible by the courage and sacrifice of our father Inarius. Yurivar and I have returned from the depths of hell, bearing his message along with the scars of our trials, to show that our devotion has not wavered.
In hell, I was cleansed by battle and flame. Doubt and wickedness were burned away. But in the end, I was preserved. May all who serve the light do the same. This man is a mercenary, sworn to the service of the murderer, Lorath. He tried to hide the Horadrim girl, Neyrel, from our judgment. A girl who threatens us all by carrying a fragment of the very same evil I battled in hell.
Do you agree to repent of your sins and walk with us in the light?
I do. Bless you, Reverend Mother. Thank you. In the name of the Holy Father, I swear it.
Release him.
With all due respect, Reverend Mother, Father Inarius' mercy was great, but did he not also preach justice? Where then was the mercy for Yosef when Lorath slaughtered him?
Yurivar.
What does it say about the cathedral if we allow such sins to go unpunished? Neither Lorath or the girl have been found, we have gained nothing. So tell me, is he owed mercy? Or is it justice?
Justice! 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 No, 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 please! I told you everything! I repented! No!
You see, his sins were too great, too deep, and his faith was not strong enough to preserve him. Evil will no longer be tolerated in Sanctuary, and we will show the heavens that we are worthy! I'll not have the faithful of Inarius shedding tears for a sinner. I won't say it twice. Where's your decency? Clear off! And you, you're Prava's abandoned lapdog. Is that right? What a dismal, faithless existence. That's the problem with you and Horadrim. Such thinking always leads to hubris, and hubris leads to failure. Lorath's no stranger to it. Buried his own brother. Chased away the little one, that brat, Neyrel. Only comfort left for him is at the bottom of a bottle. Tread carefully, Wanderer. Judgment hungers for you both. And outside the city walls, not even our Reverend Mother will be able to stay its hand.
That sick bastard has probably already sent his zealots after Lorath. The old man better still be alive.
You there! Why do you approach the house of a known heretic? Deny me again, and you will join the condemned sin. I will ask only once more. What do you know of Lorath Nar?
I know that he is a recluse and a drunk, but he is not the one burning people alive.
Silver words from a sinner's tongue. You will atone!
I wish you'd arrived a moment sooner. No. Shins broken. Legs are dead weight.
Where is Lorath?
Don't know. No one knows. Third time I've come here looking for him. First time I got caught. Brought a message for the old man. We found Neyrel.
Neyrel? Is she safe?
A friend of mine is keeping an eye on her. The steelsmith, Reher. Biggest man in Giakul. He'll know where she's gone.
Wanderer. So many corpses. Always leading to you. And who is this? I am here to seek aid. Horadrim. Lorath. He was profane, yes, but reliable. I see he isn't here. Where is Neyrel?
As if I'd answer now.
Leave, Brava. Your knights are dead already. No sense in joining them.
My knights? How poorly do you think of me that I would beat a woman half to death? This was Urivar's doing, not mine.
Who is Urivar? What do you know of him?
He was just another man of faith. Another night marching through hell. Nameless, faceless. I never knew what he truly was. Until now. A repentant man prays for forgiveness, and Urivar burns him alive. There's no faith in such an act, no redemption. Only ego.
You didn't stop him.
No, I didn't. But he's begun a war for the cathedral's heart. To save every life is to lose the war. I am not your enemy, Wanderer. Not when I gave you my blessing. Not when we shed blood together in the streets of Caldeum. And not now. Your mind is poisoned against me, I see that. But in time, you will accept the truth. All those who serve the light must huddle together, lest we die alone in the cold.
It's no use talking to her. Just go. Find her a hair. I'll be fine.
I want to save her, of course. I can ensure her punishment is fair and merciful. Not the bloodbath Urivar will doubtlessly call for. If we can keep him off that stage, well, it would be advantageous for us all. Because the Church is changing. Surely you've seen it. What I began as an act of mercy has become an act of sadism.
Mercy. You sent a priest to murder Lorath.
I sent a priest to bring him to judgment. Lorath was the one to choose murder, not I. He earned execution twice over. But even the greatest of sins can be forgiven in a time of need.
Help me. She's more likely to slit my throat.
And lo, the ailing child was brought before the Holy of Holies. I know your fear, child. I felt it too. I will help her as the Father helped me. Be certain of it.
Akarat bless me. But somehow I believe her.
Lucky day, friend. You seem to have found him. I hope the cobbler didn't send you. Such a kind heart. Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only, that's not quite what
I'm here for Neyrelle.
Ah, a friend of Lorath's then. Here, step into my workshop. Some things are best shared in privacy. And comfort. Faye, we have a guest.
Yes, Papa.
Come, sit. I think better when I'm working. Faye, have you seen my... This is my daughter, Fayira. We can speak freely here. Isn't that right?
I understand you've word of Neyrelle.
Yes, our friend Lorath was on her trail. But he left off. Didn't say why or where to. I saw her, though. She came through town a few weeks ago.
How did she seem?
You needn't be so cautious. I know what she carries. I've seen what it has cost her. Last I saw her, she went in search of passage across the river, into Nahantu.
What? You just let her go off alone? You didn't even offer to help her? What is wrong with you?
Could you fetch the set chisel for me, dear?
Yes, Papa.
Fahira is a foundling. Of circumstance, if not neglect. She and the welfare of this town are the responsibility I have taken onto my shoulders.
Just as you, Lorath, and Nerel have chosen to carry the burden of creation on yours, I will not trade one for another. Would you?
I suppose not.
You care too much, my friend. But that is a glad thing. Whatever you need while you're on Geokul, I will be by your side. They've returned. Stay put, Faye. If trouble comes a-knocking...
Then I go to the hideout, like you said.
That's my girl. Guardsmen, how many?
More than usual. The gate won't hold.
They must not breach the city. Ha! You're as scrappy as Lorath said. But this isn't over yet. Come! Wretched things. All sludge and bone. Hard to say for certain. Could have been Khazra at one point. Could have been people. The infection turns them all into... this. We call them Hollows. First sightings were a month ago. Not long after Neira left. Now we're drowning in them. Down south, over the river border to Nahantu. Perhaps you've heard of it. Some of the old Imperial maps have it as Torajan. Only the desperate or foolish actually travel that way, though. The sands might starve you, but the jungle chokes. We don't. The infection started in Nahantu. We can only stymie the flow.
Nahantu. That's where you said Neirel's gone. I need to go after her.
I know. And I promise we'll find her. Just as soon as Geokul is safe. Gone. We will remember. Things are worse than I thought. The Hollows are stronger and more numerous than we've ever seen. I promised I'd take you to Nerel, and I mean to keep that promise. But if the Hollows attack Geokul again... if Yira...
I understand. Go. See to your daughter.
Thank you, my friend. We'll meet further down the road and find Nerel together. I swear it.
Neirel was traveling by boat. The old bridge should have a good vantage of the river.
Even though you traffic with darkness, you have accomplished much good in the eyes of the Cathedral. I can understand why Prava has tolerated you this long. But if the Church is to survive, it must hold tight to its convictions. Either the rules apply to everyone, or they do not actually exist. That builds trust. The heretic Neirel has fled holy judgment. Wielding the very soulstone she stole from our brethren as they lay dying in hell. Where
I see no reason to help you find her, Knight. How many lives will you trade to protect Mayrel? Is her life worth more than his? You bastard.
Mini tumbis ichis. Mini linimbis tusud. Su kudong Mayrel.
No one is above the laws of heaven. Burn away the darkness.
Who saved your life. Or Eru, if you like.
Eru, thank you. But why? Why save me?
Couldn't very well leave you to fester in the river. Bad for the fish. What brought you to Nahantu?
I am looking for my friend Neyrel. She's somewhere out there, with a prisoner. A dangerous prisoner. I need to make sure she's all right.
Sounds like we should find her. Don't know. You just washed up on the shore. As for the shaking, you lost blood. Whole river was stained with it. Dying, not dead. I just gave you the kick you needed. Frankly, I'm surprised they worked at all. Thought for sure I was too late. This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. Unless you are refusing. Good. Then let's search the river. Bound to be some sign of your friend. Someone up ahead.
Ah! Yes, I knew it! I knew those thugs couldn't kill you!
A friend of yours?
I only lost a limb. But you were run through and drowned. How do you manage?
They wouldn't have. Without me.
Eru here patched me up. Perhaps he could help you too.
No amount of healing will bring back my arm. But rum might ease the sting.
I'm afraid you will need far more than a drink to ease the pain of that wound.
You're right. Could use a place to sip on it in peace. I know a spot southeast of here. Locked. Of course they locked it down. Old friends. Too crafty for their own good.
Imperial ruins like this always had some kind of a secret tunnel built in. There must be another way.
There is. But it'll take some acrobatics. Don't worry, I can manage. Come, down below. Oh yes, but be on guard. There's no telling what's taken up residents inside. Mosia, then I remember it.
I took shelter from a monsoon here once.
Me too. More than once. It's perfect for what I'm planning. My friend, this I cannot do. The Knights know my name now. Better to keep them here than in the city, where they might go after my daughter or her father.
Aren't you your daughter's father?
Fayira is well provided for, no matter where she is. And she'll have you know that I'm her papa. My point is, I can do more good here in this place than back in the city. Look, I'll show you. Walk with me a moment, friend.
I'll unbolt the main entrance.
Years ago, I ran a mercenary company out of this place. The Pale Hand. I had less to lose then. But now, the fight's been brought to me. And I think I'd be more used to you as a mercenary, a shield for hire, if you will, than a smith. Though there's a chance you'll get both out of me. And my name still carries weight. The other mercenaries will be more likely to return if I am here. And you will need their help, my friend. You will never regret hiring one of the Pale Hand into your service. It was a home, a headquarters, and a warehouse all in one for a little band of eccentrics back in the day. The Pale Hand couldn't afford anything nicer. The people who needed us most never had much coin to spend. We called it the Den. Never would have guessed I'd find myself back here where it all started. But whenever you need to hire our help, my friend, the mercenaries of the Pale Hand will be at your service. Fayira will be in her father's good hands by now. He was once a member of the Pale Hand and understands my work with Lorath. This wouldn't be the first time it pulled me from home. He will bring her here when it is safe. Faye's learned to smith blades, but not to work with their wielders. So once I'm set up here, it'll be time to begin the next stage of her training. I wish it was not so, but this is the world she is inheriting. Friend, your heart is in a good place, but you wield it with the subtlety of a hammer. This wound, this loss is mine. Mine to carry, mine to tend. I will grieve it with my family in the privacy of my home. For now, let's stay focused on Nerel. That's where the Pale Hand comes in. We can help fight your fight. My friends from those days are scattered across Sanctuary. I want you to find them and bring them here. It may take some convincing, but I'm sure you can manage.
He's strong for having such a fresh wound. Though you recovered from yours like it was nothing. I might have helped a bit, sure, but not this much. What makes you so special?
I don't know.
I guess none of us do. Well, we'll say you're blessed by Akarat, and leave it at that. Come, let's find your friend. Something the matter?
No. I'm fine. Neyrelle was here.
You said she kept a prisoner. Of what nature?
Didn't think there was a death worse than the Hollows could give.
A moment of rest. A moment he isn't whispering in my ear. That's all I need. The Korost dogs. Rest.
This boatman died screaming. I hope your friend knows what she's doing. The docks are northwest up here. You should be able to find your way. Go on. I won't be far behind. Just following a hunch. Go.
Is she still inside? No, and don't go looking for her either. The place is cursed.
Not for a few days, but she stayed in this house. The fisherman offered the girl shelter when no one else would.
And what did he get for it? Eaten by Hollows. Same as anyone else who goes looking for her.
Spirits. What happened here? Did Neyrelle do this? Hollows. Wherever Neyrelle goes, there they are. She or that prisoner of hers are being hunted.
All I found was this page. Torn from a book.
Let me see that. The devastation of Korost. A first-hand account. I think I know who wrote this. There's only one place Neyrelle could have taken this from. Come. In here, it's an archive of sorts. Ugh. More of that foul stuff. Neyrelle was definitely here then.
Looks more like a madman's den than an archive in here.
Huh. Would you believe it was both? She must have been looking for something. See what you can find. An old friend. Goes by the name of Ormus. I was just a boy when I met him. Scavenging old ruins, sticking my nose where it didn't belong. And he was the village nut. Caught me pilfering from his collection. Slapped me on the back and said I reminded him of his own boyhood. He's moved on to bigger and better things now. Travincal? Why would she go there?
I found her notes. I think she hoped to learn something from it.
To learn? Travincal is the site of the Zakaroom's bloodiest tragedy. She's mad for going there. You're even worse for following her. And I'll not think about what that makes me for choosing to go with you. We'll need help if we're to survive. A Lightbringer's boon. Come, there's the ritual site south of here. I know just this spirit to call on. If we're lucky, he might even answer. Heni oiso hana, vihacho akarat.
Who are you to ask such a boon of me?
You know me, Great One. I am Eru, Elder Spiritborn of Nahantu, faithful steward of the Spirit Realm, and ever your servant.
Rise, Eru. I did not seek service in life, nor do I need it now. Tell me why you seek this gift.
We march on the cursed city of Travenkal to save a friend. She is in great danger.
Ah, my child. Your intent is pure, but to place yourself as a giver of salvation can only lead to disappointment and despair. If you do not give her the strength to save herself, you are only postponing loss. But this much I will do. I shall lend you my light to open your way into the darkness of Travenkal. And when next we speak, perhaps you will have found greater understanding. Eru, Wanderer, Sewuni Hu Pakik.
You should consider yourself lucky. You've got less to prove than the average boon seeker. He's given us protection against the Hollow Rot. We'll never get a better chance than this. Meet me outside Travenkal.
Oh, my blood. It feels like fire in my veins. Could it be her? Lilith.
Travenkal is the heart of every bad thing that's ever happened in Nahantu. The primeval was caged here once, broke his bonds, killed the city. Would kill the world if we let him. Swells abroad as far as the eye can see, and you're chomping at the bit to wade right in. Slow down, friend. You may have a spirit's blessing, but this place smothers all holy things. To make things worse, the whole city is walled off. To keep us out, or Neyrel in, I don't know. We'll need to spread this light across the city, one sconce at a time. Travenkal was a Zakarum city. These old hunks of metal still remember the holy light they once carried. They are anchors for the spirit I called on. They strengthen his boon, offer a place for his energy to rest, in a moment of respite. Not just for us, but for the spirits of all who perished here too. Let's be honest with one another. Wherever your friend goes, death follows. Now she walks right into Travenkal. Right into the old prison of the Lord of Hatred. Tell me the truth. Neyrel's prisoner. Who is it?
Mephisto.
Well, it's out in the open now. I'm not saying I like it, but there might still be time to save her. Are you sure he's the prisoner? Doesn't matter. Let's go. Into the dark.
What has Mephisto done to you?
We have each played a part in what has happened here. Friend, you told her you trusted her more than yourself to do what she thought was right. You abdicated your choice to this child, and she has already been poisoned by the stone. Going to war with me will only make her suffering worse.
Cheers, cha-cham. Mili, to be, it cheese. Mili, lilen beef, to suit. Kuto, mar, solan.
She will die before she surrenders. A wasteful outcome for both of us. How long do you think she can survive?
Only she can unmake her prison. Seek Abulan, for he has strength to lend her.
We must trust him. Go! Into the portal!
She couldn't be much older than Faye. Whatever it takes, friend. We'll free her.
No. I don't think she has long at all. That trance is the one thing keeping Mephisto at bay. If we interrupt her now, she'll be lost to us. But don't give up on her yet. This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. And Akarat believes she can still be saved. That's enough for me. Abulan is a spirit. As for how he'll help, only Akarat knows. Abulan saved my life once, a long, long time ago. Funny to be asking for his help again. Who else?
Akarat. He was.
Beautiful. I know. I think he's the reason Neyrelle is still holding on. Akarat said that Neyrelle needs Abulan's aid. If he believes Abulan can help her, we'd best listen. Go. Leave Travenkar. Travel southeast. We'll meet in Kurast.